Hi, friends. Welcome back. So, headline: Trump media shares halted after sudden DJT stock plunge. And I want to show you the chart on this thing. Again, shares were halted to the downside. At one point in the trading day, this was in the morning, it was like, $33, $34. Went all the way down 20 some percent, was halted to the downside. Came back trading again, is now down 6% from yesterday. But again, it was really, really volatile. And a lot of people have been talking about this today because there's been just massive volumes of trading into this stock. One of the things is too is like some of the headlines will say, hey, this is how people are betting on who's going to win the election. If you want to look at the poly market, right, this is something that you can track. It currently has Trump up 58 to 41 in terms of odds of winning. But again, these are betting markets. The thing I want to mention though with this stuff, and which I think is part of why I'm talking about this, is this particular story. So, is the Trump Media, right, and Technology Group, DJT, is that it is, how can I say, representative of our financial markets, our political markets, and our overall acceptance of corruption. It is unfortunate that we don't talk about this particular story enough, but I think a lot of news media outlets, and even myself included, we don't talk about it all day, every day, because people get too emotional at these kind of things. I mean, you guys know this is it's election stuff, and we all get election fatigue. And the other issue too, which is sad, and I'm showing you the guys this. This is institutional ownership is at 7%. So basically, Wall Street's not buying into this thing. So it's not Wall Street money that's moving this thing around. It's money from other sources, and where? Who knows? I mean, honestly, I'm like, who knows where the money's funneling to this guy? The thing is about this, the DJT thing, and I'll show you some other stuff, is when you're running a political campaign, when you accept donations to your campaign, if they're coming from outside the country, they're supposed to collect your passport information. Guys, I can tell you because I live outside the USA, and if I donate to a political campaign, in order to stay compliant, they want to know that I'm a US citizen. Now, let's say if you're a foreign actor, right? You can't, at least if the campaign is running above board, you can't take donations from outside sources, meaning from foreign nations or foreign nationals. But what if you had a stock in this situation, Donald Trump's company, that trade on public markets? Or what if you sold things not even on public markets, just like outside? And I'll get into this, and I'm referring to as NFT, shoes, Bibles, all this stuff. This would be a way for you to get money from foreign nations or foreign people, whatever, right? And it doesn't have to be foreign. It could be anyone, like say Mr. Musk, could be something like that. He holds multiple passports. I want to say Canadian, South African, and US. You guys can check me. I think he might have 3 passports. But the thing is, what I'm trying to get at is that this isn't even like a major scandal. Why? Well, it's not in the sense of big news because we're just so used to it. Like, and again, it represents sort of our current markets, be it political, financial, or overall wide acceptance of corruption. This story just broke today. I mean, it's been like going the last couple of days, but Trump says if he spoke to Putin after being in the White House, because there's been reports that he was speaking to Putin after he got out of the White House. I guess Trump quoted saying it would be the smart thing to do, right? It's a smart thing to do to talk to Putin after you're no longer in the White House. So I'll let you guys be the judge of that. I can't make this stuff up. I always laugh because it's like, how is this guy even a candidate? And I've told you guys before in the past, and this is also because it's complicated stuff, but I just tell you the truth. Regardless of who wins, presidency, you still got to go about your life. You're still going to manage your money. You're still going to manage your finances. You still want to take care of your family, right? So don't think the world's necessarily going to end, but I do unfortunately see that the world is treading, at least, if we vote this guy in, and who knows that we might. I mean, it seems to be, at least the NBC poll lately I showed you guys, it was tied 48-48. And then, like I said, some of the betting markets are saying he's going to go up, but, or his odds are going up, but who knows where that money's coming in to manipulate said markets. And, who knows? I mean, I can't, when I look at this, I can't tell you where the money's coming from. I can just see what the numbers are. I don't know. But what I do know is that, like, Trump's company, the Trump Media thing, is a true story. I mean, I looked into it for myself. The accounting firm that he hired, I mean, it was charged with massive fraud. And if you look it up, when you guys we looked into it, it was actually in a true story. It was in a like a Chinese neighborhood in the USA, behind a Chinese grocery store, and they were like in a house basically. and it was essentially what it was. And this particular company had been known to do a lot of fraudulent activities regarding the accounting. And so, like, again, this is so normalized. That's why it's like not. It's like it hits the news, and I do see it. I just don't mention it all the time because it's not new. Because this guy's involved with all sorts of stuff. That's what's crazy about these things. And I always want to make this clear when I make these kind of videos, guys. I don't hate Republicans. If it were any other Republican, we probably wouldn't be talking about this. What I mean by that is, like, I don't think I've lived through any politician who has been involved in so many scandalous things, right? And this is just one of many, or been involved with so many bankruptcies. Again, this is one of many kind of things. He's fighting the court cases that because he's a convicted felon. We'll see what happens. That probably won't be resolved until after the election what the sentencing is going to be, because he's already been found guilty on multiple things. The dude, and this just came out October 9th, the dude was selling Bibles even. And I guess these Bibles were printed in China. And this is the person. I mean, you laugh about this stuff because it's just like so ridiculous. And I know that, and this is unfortunate, just how it is. A lot of his supporters, they don't believe anything in the news. They think all of this stuff is lies and fake. And if they see it on Musk's social media site, Twitter, oh, then it must be true, because I want it to be true, right? If the Democrats, this is what people claim. Oh, the Democrats can control the weather. Oh, okay. Oh, there's space lasers in the sky. Oh, okay. Like people are more willing to just believe some random story that they see on social media, opposed to, like, these kind of things from trusted sources. But again, you're dealing with a population in the USA that doesn't trust anything unless they want to believe it. So, it's hard to do this stuff all the time with you guys in news every day, because you have, again, a large population that doesn't believe in any kind of reality. There's another thing. So Trump was selling his shoes for $3.99, and you guys, as I go through this stuff, you'll see it's like it's so asinine how ridiculous this stuff is. There's his gold shoes. There's Trump, and the reason why you would do this kind of stuff, because, like, who would buy these stupid things? Is again, if you want to funnel money into Trump, but you want to go around election laws. That's essentially what this is all about. This is Trump NFTs. I showed you guys this before on the channel. And again, for many people, this isn't new, because we're so used to this kind of thing with this guy. What I want to show you, though, if you scroll down the bottom, and you want to go to this website, you can buy a piece of Trump's suit. You can buy pictures of Trump with boxing gloves, or, wearing gold shoes, holding a Bitcoin thing. If you scroll down, the most important line is actually towards the bottom here. It is the fine print. It says it talks about how basically World Liberty Financial are not political and have nothing to do with any political campaign. That's what it claims. And this company, World Liberty Financial thing, it's connected to two guys that are total fraudsters. I've showed you guys this stuff before. I know a lot and when I make these kind of videos, that they're not that popular, because it's like, oh, Chris, it's not news. We already know this stuff. So there's people who would just completely accept that, I guess, this is the norm, and I get this is sadly, wide acceptance of corruption, or people who already know this stuff but are just so tired of it, don't even want to talk about it anymore. But I just got to bring it up, because when I see, like, say how that stock is moving today, and you're like, okay, who's pumping up the stock, who's selling the stock? You're always curious in these things. Here's the gold shoes thing. It's a separate website. Again, this is all Trump. And you scroll down the bottom, and it says, gettrumpsneakers.com is not political. It has nothing to do with any political campaign. Yet Trump is out selling both the NFTs and the shoes. Like, so if you go back to the NFT site here, and this is a real video, right? There's Trump right there. If you want to watch the thing, you can. Not making this stuff up. And I have to say that because today, in the world that we live in, sadly, people do make stuff up. This is Trump's website here. This is the stock that people are buying into. If you look at the company, it's not worth anything. What do I mean by that? Because they lose tons and tons of money. What's his last 320 some million they lost? They have very little revenue. I mean, you can see right here that now I guess they cut their losses a bit, but they've never really made a profit. They are opening up their new streaming site. This is Trump's campaign thing, and this is what Trump says: "They're not after me; they're after you. I'm just standing in the way." We'll see what the turnouts end up being. And I honestly, I feel like we're in this world idiocracy. It is that. This is actually the new thing I want to show you. I mean, is because you guys, I don't keep up with this stuff. I just see it reported, because it's like, oh, why is the stock moving? What new developments are with Trump's website? So this is it. They're gonna have, like, stuff streaming on their platform, and I looked into this stuff. So it's a lot of sort of way right wing content, as you probably would imagine. But the thing that really caught my attention was this kind of things. These are all these like quote documentaries. I say quote. Here's one called Elon Musk to the Limit. You click on it here, and you can, if you want, you can search YouTube for this thing. It's called Elon Musk to the Limit. You don't need to watch it. Trust me. Why am I saying that? It's already it's on YouTube. I looked at like just a minute of it. These are all AI generated things, and if you haven't seen an AI generated video, basically it's a fake narrator voice, but done by an AI computer. They use a ton of B-roll, and the facts are all wrong, actually. Like, for example, I just watched a minute of this thing, and it was saying he earned like a PhD, right? You can see right there. Whoops, I don't want to go back. Yeah, right there. Actually, I click right here. They claim he earned a PhD from Stanford, and that's Elon Musk, and that's just not true. It's just not true. And so, like there's a bunch of stuff in here that's completely just not true. And so it's ironic that Trump's platform is called Truth Social that pumps out or I could say retweets or whatever you want to call it, retruths or whatever stupid word that they use, a bunch of fake documentaries done by AI that promotes things that are completely not true. I just don't know what to say other than I just mentioned our financial markets here. The shares are halted to the downside, and if you did want to pay money and you're an outside source, who knows who that source could possibly be, right? Is it the dude? Where's our dude? Yeah, is our favorite little dude from Russia? Who knows? I mean, we have no idea. But if you were to funnel money to Trump, this is how you do it. You do it to the public markets, right? In this something thing, you do it to buying a whole bunch of his shoes, buying a whole bunch of NFTs or whatever, and then they try to claim that it's not connected to the Trump campaign. So there's that. So I just wanted to point this stuff out there. Sometimes people ask me about these things, and that's my opinion on this stuff. And I hope you understand why it's frustrating to have to make this stuff or make these videos because again, it's not breaking news because we're so used to it, right? We're so used to the corruption of this dude. And for some people, they're like, "Oh, Chris, this is old news. We already know he's corrupt, but I'm still voting for him because did you know that Kamala Harris is a dark person? Oh, wow, I didn't know that." and that's essentially what this ends up being all about. So I hope you guys understand the point of this, and I'll catch you on the next video.